Good morning, everyone. What an honor to be amongst the leading educators, stakeholders, decision makers, and lovely humans who've been speaking about how to make this world a better place by transforming the education system. I'd like to begin with a short story. And the story begins with a smell, a foul smell, the smell of garbage. A 12-year-old girl in Pune, every day when she walked to school, there was this stench that came from the municipal garbage bin, and it bothered her. Did she write an essay on it? Did she complain about it? She decided to fix it. And what she did is, via design thinking, artificial intelligence, and robotics classes in her school, decided to build a waste segregator bot, because waste segregation remains to be an issue in our country. So that she didn't want the community workers using their hands and doing a job that nobody would like to do. So she went on to build a waste segregator that separated the dry, the wet, medical, and hazardous waste from the waste bin for the community that she lived in. She was 12. She went on to represent India at the Robotics National Championship, and she patented this product. I will park this there for a minute, and I will ask you all a question. And I want you to carry this number when you walk out of the room today. The number is 2038. The year 2038 is when a first grader that walked into your school this year, took admission this year, will graduate in 2038. So when we're looking at 12 years ago, Instagram was new, and ChatGPT was science fiction like Matrix. We didn't know any of that was going to come, and here we are. So we've so far educated 1.5 million students on disruptive technology, which is building innovation within students. And now, going back to the girl back in Pune, right? She went on to build this working prototype. Week 1, she did the design. Week 2, she started collecting the hardware. Week 3, she built the bot. Week 4, she got the conveyor belt working. And week 6, she implemented this in the community. But here's the marvelous part of the story. This project, working prototype, further on was deployed at where her mom works, which is a government hospital. And this girl represented India at the G20 summit in Pune, and went on to receive a fully paid tuition scholarship for graduation, and as of today works at Microsoft with a CTC of 38 lakhs per annum. And that is the beauty of innovation. So when I stand here today, I want to tell you that when students from very less able communities have achieved this, for your students in your schools and colleges, sky is only the beginning. We often speak to the parents and the school stakeholders who say that we want to know how can we admit our child in one of the best universities, either India and abroad. When we speak to the education officers in UK, US, Canada, Singapore, they have just one question. They say students coming from India have brilliant academia scores. They are, phenomenal 94 to 98%. But hey, where's the portfolio? Has the student participated in a smart hackathon? Have you applied for a patent? Which international championship have you represented your country in? Can you build a prototype to solve a problem? And that is exactly what the education officers are looking at. Cut to a story of a 12th grader from a mid-sized school in Maharashtra, no IIT coaching, no top 10 schools of the country. His father ran a small textile unit, and he noticed that the workers had respiratory problems because of breathing the textile dust. What did this boy do? He created an IoT application, which is Internet of Things application that works very easily on everyone's mobile phones. He deployed it because it was mound size. He gathered the data and he prototyped the model and applied for a patent. So when he was submitting his application in the Canadian university, the admission officers were really floored because they said, he's not given us an essay. He has given us a portfolio. And that's exactly where we are today. 2038 entry point for a first grader in your school today is most certainly going to look at what portfolio was created for him or her. When we have drone technology in government schools, for example, the first thing is, oh, she's a girl. How can she fly a drone? But drone is not asking you a gender. A pilot doesn't know a male or a female. So now that, when we look at the modern education system in private schools and we don't have inclusivity or, gender stereotypes, we're suddenly looking at much more opportunities. And the previous panel said 2030. I'm talking about 2035. World Economic Forum says to be employable, you need to have the top 10 technology skills. But what will you do of those technology skills if you do not have the top 10 life skills? Cognitive thinking, curiosity, most important, communication skills, and what seals it all is zero-stage fear. So when we were giving you examples of the children representing themselves at the international championships, we've not only catered to the top 10 technology skills, but we've also harnessed on building the best life skills. So my dear school innovators here today, Innoveda is not a fragmented 10-topic lab. We bring an ecosystem of innovation into your school. Because like I said, that when we look at a robotics lab or an AI lab, that's fantastic. But then how are we looking at building the skills, which is your top 10 technology skills and top 10 life skills that we mentioned about? So how about bringing you the best space technology program from NASA, AR/VR from University of Helsinki, robotics from University of Taltic, design thinking from Zurich ZTH, all as a certification course. So imagine this. The grade 1 student already knows cybersecurity via a gamified learning that we have offered to the child. But what is the good part about it is the child knows the good and bad of the internet. That's what cybersecurity does. Now, the same grade 1 goes to grade 8. And what is that child learning is blockchain. What is blockchain? Any cyber attack in the world. Estonia was one of the first countries to be attacked by Russia, cyber attack, 20 years ago. And what did they build? They built the most strongest cybersecurity systems. So where is our cybersecurity curriculum vetted by? From NATO. So I want to put it out here today that we have all these disruptive technology words flying about. We have an MOU with NCRT, which allows us to have this embedded into the curriculum. So imagine a child in grade 2, math, chapter 6, ascending, descending numbers is not learned via rote learning. There's no blackboard in the class. The child has motors and sensors in their hands to learn ascending and descending numbers. They've got gamified learning. They've got AR/VR, which has a very high engagement level. But we have the 8 other topics that have the best academic level. So we are looking at our baseline to endline, where schools have enhanced their academia scores up to 80 to 100%. We are looking at great admission rates in these schools, but most importantly, what we are looking at is creating a child who you gave a lab. No, not really. You gave a space, perhaps. You gave infrastructure, yes. But you gave the child the permission to build something and solve the problems in the world. So yes, presenting to you Innoveda by STL Digital and Robotics India. Thank you very much for patiently listening. Have a good day.